So, we hear all this amazing stuff about the potential of AI, right? But there's a much darker side that's starting to emerge. Hackers are now weaponizing artificial intelligence, and honestly, they're getting scarily good at it.
I mean, it really does. It sounds like something straight out of a Hollywood blockbuster. But here's the thing. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's the new, kind of terrifying reality of cybersecurity.
Yeah, this is happening right now, and the threat is changing faster than most of us can even keep up with. In a way, AI is making it easier than ever to be a cybercriminal, so let's dive in and break down exactly how they're doing it. First up, let's talk about the attacks that come directly for us, targeting individuals at home and at work. This is where AI is taking old-school scams and making them unbelievably effective.
Okay, think about it. For years, what have we always been told to look for in a phishing email? You know the drill. Bad grammar, weird spelling mistakes, all those obvious signs that tell you something's a fake.
Well, you can pretty much forget all of that. Those days are gone. Large language models, LLMs, they can now write perfectly crafted emails in any language, even if the hacker doesn't speak a single word of it. All those classic giveaways are just vanishing, and they're being replaced by hyper-personalized messages that look totally legit.
And just look at the sheer scale of this problem. IBM did this experiment. They found an AI could cook up a sophisticated phishing campaign that was almost as good as one made by a human expert. But here's the kicker. The human took 16 hours. The AI? It did it in just 5 minutes. This completely changes the economics of hacking.
But it gets creepier, because we're not just talking about text anymore. AI-powered fraud is getting way more personal with deepfakes, and what's really alarming is how little data these things need. Some models can create a believable fake of your voice with just 3 seconds of audio. I mean, think about your voicemail greeting. That's all it takes. And the process itself is it's shockingly simple. An attacker grabs a tiny clip of your voice or video, they feed it into a model, the AI learns to mimic you, and then they just type out a script of whatever they want you to say. The AI handles the rest.
And this isn't some theoretical what-if scenario. This is real. In one case, an attacker used an audio deepfake of a CEO's voice, just the audio, and they convinced an employee to wire $35 million to a fraudulent account. Just like that.
And the technology has gotten way better since then. This year, a finance worker was tricked by a full-on video deepfake of their CFO on a conference call. The damage that time? $25 million. The takeaway is pretty stark. If you're not physically in the room, you just can't always trust what you see and hear.
Okay, so let's move up a level now. Hackers aren't just targeting people one by one anymore. They're now using AI to go after the actual systems we all rely on, the businesses, the servers, all the infrastructure.
So say hello to the AI agent. These are AI systems that can operate completely on their own. There are frameworks out there, like one called Brute Force AI, that are literally designed to just go out and hunt for login pages across the web, all by themselves. And you're probably starting to see the pattern here, right? It's an agent working with an LLM. The agent finds a target, sends the web page over to the LLM to figure out exactly where the username and password boxes are, and then the agent directs the attack. All of this with zero human intervention. This same 1-2 punch is totally revolutionizing ransomware. We're now seeing AI agents that can orchestrate an entire ransomware campaign from start to finish. It's not just about encrypting your files. It's a strategic operation that's being run by a machine.
And here's why it's so much more dangerous. First, it's polymorphic, which is a fancy way of saying every single attack is unique, so it's way harder for antivirus software to catch. Second, it's personalized. The LLM analyzes the stolen data and crafts a ransom note mentioning your most sensitive files to maximize the pressure. And finally, it's all available from the cloud, basically creating ransomware as a service.
So now we get to the end game. This is where all those pieces come together. This is where AI isn't just a tool for one part of the attack, but it becomes the mastermind behind the whole operation.
You know how the security industry publishes vulnerability reports, they're called CVEs, to help people defend themselves? Well, now there are AI agents, like one called CVE Genie, that can read those public reports, understand the vulnerability, and then automatically write the code to exploit it. The AI is turning public safety warnings into weapons.
And get this, in one study, this kind of system had a 51% success rate at generating working exploit code just from reading a public report. This means an attacker no longer needs to be an elite coder to weaponize a brand new vulnerability.
And the cost to generate each custom exploit? Less than $3. the return on investment for an attacker is just astronomical.
This all leads to the full AI kill chain. A single AI agent can now run the entire show. It finds high-value targets, analyzes their stolen data with an LLM to find the crown jewels, creates fake personas to launder the ransom, calculates the perfect ransom demand based on what the victim can pay, and then executes the whole coordinated attack.
We've really entered a new era of what some people are calling vibe hacking. An attacker no longer needs elite technical skills, just an objective. They can simply tell an AI agent what they want to achieve, the vibe, and the AI handles the complex execution.
So where is all this headed? I mean, AI-powered attacks are clearly on the rise, and we're likely just seeing the beginning. It's a whole new kind of arms race.
So where does this leave us? If AI can automate attacks this effectively, what does that mean for everyone trying to defend against them?
Ultimately, this is going to come down to good AI versus bad AI. Using artificial intelligence for defense is no longer just an option, it's an absolute necessity. The challenge for defenders is to leverage their own AI for prevention, for detection, and for response. The fight is on, and we have to make sure the good AI wins.